All right, welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, right here on the YouTube and the Twitch, and wherever you folks get your podcast audio worldwide, baby. We got the whole crew here tonight, which is wonderful. And we're going to talk some Bound for Glory Fallout. We're going to talk some news and kind of like whatever's happening around right now. So, first of all, to my left, you're right, Mr. Front Row Bill. How you doing?
Hello, hello. Good to see everybody on this fabulous Thursday.
Thursday.
Yes, yeah. Hopefully, everyone's enjoying their post-bound for glory and enjoyed the show tonight. If obviously, if, a lot of the TNI diehards and TNA diehards here, I'm sure they saw the show on Sunday. But for anyone that didn't, and maybe is just catching it right now, in this recap, and obviously with a lot of delving in there and some of the fallout. I know we talked about it on what was it? What we do the show? Monday, J-Bone?
It was Monday, yeah. The day after, yeah.
Monday night. So there was already some of the initial fallout that was coming of that. I think post our show, guys like Moose and all were starting to kind of go after people in the internet wrestling community with the agendas we were talking about, the ones that really had no basis behind it, and they don't do it with other companies, but they because right now, when you're setting records for tentpole shows back to back, it also gets a little bit of a you get the haters. You get the haters, even when things are positive. That kind of brings them out. So it's always good when people show their true colors. But it's great to see TNA having the success. And as Mayor's talking about my Carlos Silva hat, I think I'm the first. I was the first fan to get this hat because I
wouldn't be surprised.
On the TNI show, I said this had to come out, and I made the statement as soon as it was available, I was getting it. I don't know if they were listening, but as soon as it was available, I did get it.
Get that merch.
So, but we got to give kudos. And if you saw the latest stuff that came out of there and all the stuff with Carlos, like his interaction with, like, the guy's doing a great job. I am biased. I've interacted with him a number of times. But I think he, like, from what I'm seeing from a guy that was not involved in this industry, the wrestling business, but was involved in sports and marketing and promoting, like in TV, he gets it. Like, he gets it. And that's what you need today. Like, you definitely have to have your wrestling people, but he's shown, like, you need these people, these business people, because that's what this is, the wrestling business, and the success that they're seeing that we have not seen. So that's all great to see. So, but
yeah,
continue.
And want to introduce Alicia. How you doing?
Hey. What's good?
It's all good post Bound for Glory. So just catching up with the chat here. Eric Young was in fine form tonight. We'll get into that. Before we get into like any TNA news specifically, because of course this is a TNA based podcast show. I do want to address one of the unfortunate elephants in the room, and that is the passing of the late, the great, the truly iconic, and that's an understatement, is the passing of original KISS member Ace Frehley. And I do want to just take some time to talk to him a bit. And I know there's fans out there that know who KISS is and are and our fans. So by all means, chat it up with us. Let us know if you love Kiss. Let us know if you're a fan of, the original Ace, member Ace Frehley, and just anything you loved about him. Music, whatever highlights career, and so um, I want to start with Alicia. Um, we talked about this briefly. Then you said that one of your favorites was their disco themed one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good. I don't know. It's like Kiss is iconic. I mean, even if you aren't a big fan, like a handful of their songs that come to mind. So
absolutely.
sad. I mean, unfortunately.
If this we're getting to this age, and we're all similar, we're somewhat close in age, but we're getting to that age where the people that we looked up to when we were younger. Sorry, Alicia, I don't mean to date you.
Oh no, I'm 39. That's fine.
I know it's like guys aren't supposed to do that, so I apologize.
I, the shits I give about this. Wow.
It's old school, but anyways, the icons that we grew up with are slowly disappearing, and it sucks. Stuff like that. Bill, you got any thoughts on Kiss / Ace Frehley?
Well, I did. I liked Kiss, and I actually did not see them live. However, I did have tickets to a show to see them live years ago. But some things happened, and I wasn't able to make the show. So I wound up giving them to somebody else. I figured I'd see one of the retirement tours at some point, but it just never worked out. And then obviously it changed over the years. I know Ace really stopped he was doing his own solo thing the last handful of years on those tours. But I think the thing that obviously Kiss did that beyond the music, and obviously they, as you both said, like everybody knows some of the songs, like they had a lot of hits over the years. Their pop culture, marketing, merchandising influence, the business. I was just talking business and wrestling, business and rock and roll. They kind of set the standard. Probably like the Elvis estate and them were the standard bearers for maximizing your likeness and your opportunities. It's a gold mine what they developed over the years. They sold everything with their face on it. Name it, it has this Kiss on it.
If Gene Simmons could market it, it had its likeness on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he owns every single one of them.
He does. I'm sure he has his own museum. And
did you ever see it was like a reality show that him and his family did? This must have been
was that Family Jewels?
Ago. Something like that. It had a couple of he has like a section of his house dedicated to like every single Kiss thing that's ever been made.
Yeah.
And obviously the influence we got to talk about, it happened in wrestling.
It did.
Like they performed in wrestling, but there was actually a wrestler, and he has a big TNA influence as well.
Yeah.
We got the Kiss demon, or the demon, Dale Torborg, who showed up coincidentally at a previous Bound for Glory gauntlet. He did some other stuff as well, but like he showed up as early as 2005.
Yeah,
with AJ Przinsky. So like he goes way back with TNA, and obviously he debuted in WCW. But yeah, like the influence in all pop culture, including wrestling. Obviously the whole group there all had and including Ace had a big impact on all of that. And it seems like from what I heard, I only heard a little bit, like it was almost just like an accidental fall, which like caused all this. Like that was like that was the cause, and then it was the results of that. Like when you heard the same thing like Bob Saget a couple of years ago, stuff like that. Like it's just stuff can happen so easily. Like it does. Like that's where like age doesn't really matter. It's just the simple things where you can just go the wrong way. Like we'll talk about, like obviously how great it was seeing Chris Bay at Bound for Glory, but like how something so routine can happen in the ring, but a slight difference can cause that kind of injury, where it's touch and go, where you're like luckily we see what he's done, but it was that close to maybe not happening. So it just shows you how quick things can change and how lucky we all are to be here right now. So definitely condolences, but obviously a major impact in the world that he left.
Yeah, I've got a little something to share. This goes back. I dug this out quickly. This is the tour book from the initial world tour, the reunion world tour. So I did not see him way back. You know, they started when I was
little Kiss Army.
Little baby. Yeah, literally the year I was born. So this is the reunion, and I went with who is one of my best friends at the time, and we dressed. In fact, he and I and his wife and his cousin all went in makeup, and we
is there a picture, J-Bone?
There is a photo album. I have to find it. I don't know where it is. It's just one of those things that's gotten buried. But I was Paul Stanley. My buddy had the long black hair, so he was Gene Simmons. His little cousin or niece was Ace, and his wife, Gary's wife, Connie, had Peter Criss's makeup on.
Nice, the cat.
In fact, so before I show you any more of this, the year before the reunion, it's like we knew it was happening, but we didn't, because we didn't have a clue. We were just fans. We went to a Halloween party at a bar that we frequented quite a lot. And it was a costume party. And there was a contest. And I went as Paul Stanley. My buddy Gary went as Gene Simmons. Full face makeup, leather jackets, black pants.
Nice. Did he have any tongue enhancements?
My buddy Gary, I swear sometimes I thought he was like the bastard child of Gene Simmons, and that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. In fact, sometimes I think he sorry, Alicia, I didn't mean to gross you out there.
Did you have platform shoes? Platform boots?
No.
Okay, just regular.
No platform, no real outfits, just leather and black jeans.
And the makeup. The makeup was key.
We had the makeup.
You were a star child.
And we talked we had the fake instruments, and we talked to the DJ, and we put on a mini Kiss concert. We did lip syncing to one of the songs, and it is famously the incident that I wrecked my knees because I was Paul Stanley. I was the guitarist. He was Gene Simmons playing the bass. But when it was time for the guitar solo, I jumped up in the air, landed on my knees, and it looked incredible. But it wrecked me from my 20s on. So, but we took second place that night.
All right.
We
took first place.
It was a midget as a leprechaun, so he got the sympathy vote. No hate. I'm just saying. He was walking around handing out gold coins, and I'm like, we put on a concert. What did you do?
So Hornswoggle gave you the screw job.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Damn Hornswoggle. Yeah. And but anyways, the next year is when this happened. and this is the whole tour book, but this is, for those of you that
There
don't
he
know,
is.
this is Ace,
Yeah.
the iconic Ace.
Yeah.
And
The Spaceman.
and we had front row balcony on Gene Simmons' side in downtown Milwaukee at what was the Bradley Center at the time. And then the Lost City leg of the tour out in Madison, we got third row seats in front of Gene Simmons for that concert. And it's to
Nice.
this day, it's maybe not like the best concert I ever went to, but as far as like just visually and just
Had
I've got
Extraordinary.
I've got goosebumps talking about it. Like The Rock does, he does that.
Did you get any blood on you? Fake blood on you?
No blood, but my
You're like a death match.
I can laugh about this now. It wasn't funny at the time, but they had fog machines and the fog rolled out into the audience.
And you thought it was a wacky tobacco.
My fiance at the time had an asthma attack reaction from the fog. And she had to go out in the lobby. I just stayed in my seat until the end of the concert.
Saw J-Bone.
Yeah, I know. What an asshole.
Are you sure it was from the fog machine and not the fog from all
the fog machine?
No, I've been to other concerts where I literally was sitting in a cloud of the funny stuff, but no, this was from the fog machine. It stunk. It was bad, but it affected her. It didn't affect me. I just was like, oh, where did Jill go? Oh, okay, whatever.
Rock on.
There's Gene Simmons, so it was like that was the only thing that was important at the moment. And then later it was like, oh, are you okay? But yeah, so I'll always have a special place in my growing up, my youth, whatever, even into my 20s, because I got to see them live a few times with the original band. And rest in peace, Ace Frehley. Yeah.
You'll have to watch Detroit Rock City.
Yes.
Sometime soon.
Detroit Rock City, very good. If you want even more of a comedy with just a loose Kiss affiliation, Role Models also.
Oh yeah.
Kiss influence.
I was gonna say I've seen Kiss versus the Phantom. That's the only Kiss related movie.
Kiss. I have questions for another day, though. That came up because I couldn't remember the name of the Detroit Rock City, so I was like, "Oh, Kiss comedy movie," and the Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park.
And I love
Detroit Rock
Furlong.
City. The second best Edward Furlong performance.
Yeah,
maybe the third.
That guy.
I've never seen it.
Got robbed of an amazing career.
My favorite of his stuff, honestly, was Pet Sematary 2.
Pet Sematary 2. I like that too.
That's a rare gem.
Yeah.
He had a nice little round there for those handful of years.
He did.
But yeah, no, that's recommended
for another day.
So yeah,
and we're in the Halloween season. One of my favorite Halloween songs is the Ramones' Pet Sematary.
Very good.
Okay.
Awesome Halloween song.
We're all over the place tonight.
Well, because how do you navigate through a show like this without just being? It's just a freestyle show tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
We're just gonna. Hey guys, we're just gonna wing it and kind of talk about the show and other stuff.
Well, because I was like, how the hell do you yeah, you can talk about what they talked about, but that's.
They talked about
the show.
Some of the major moments and matches and had interviews with some of the biggest participants.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then EY was the fixture throughout.
EY
lending
was
his
gold.
EY-isms.
I still say he's going to bring in someone or something. I don't know what, but
maybe his former Knockouts tag team partner. Never lost.
ODB. Yeah. 400 some odd days as tag team champions.
Legend says they still are.
Never lost. Like
Never lost.
I want to see that winning certificate. I want to see the reception videos. Anyways,
well, that's when she wore the hunter dress.
Yes.
The camouflage dress.
And then he was in his. Didn't he get stripped down to his skivvies or something? I don't know.
I don't remember.
It was in. I don't know.
It was a time. EY is a good sport. It's like I was saying to my husband earlier after his little segment later on in the show is that like you can literally put probably EY in any kind of situation and he'll make gold out of it. Like that's just a guy who understands character work.
Yeah.
And he's an amazing wrestler on top of it. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, they even brought up Super Eric, and that was like
Super Eric.
Yeah, dude, it's like there's so many versions of him. That's what I mean. Like he's just a chameleon. He can do anything.
Right. So this was more of a studio-based episode showing highlights. Next week, though, just to give a quick preview, is going to be called The Fade to Black, and it's going to be more documentary behind the scenes,
which we saw for Slammiversary.
Right.
The Fade to Black
so
series, which was very well done.
That's probably going to be a little easier to actually, review as far as what, what you're digesting as a fan, because I love, and that's why one of the initial things that I brought up for, did I mention Kevin Sullivan or no?
Well, this happened a couple weeks ago, but we didn't announce it on tonight's show.
Okay,
before we went on.
Okay, because it's because it's as far as like production wise and what they do behind the scenes. One of the things that I found out within this last week, thanks to Justin, was that Kevin Sullivan is back in the TNA fold.
At least for Bound for Glory, he was.
At least for I don't know if
the Skyway Studios, I'm sure.
I don't know if it was permanent or what, but it's but yeah. So the post itself here, I'll do a little share screen of Rooney. That's always fun. The old Twitter box here. Says grateful to be back working with the incredible TNA team. This one hits deep. There's nothing like coming home to do what you were meant to do. Thank you, Eric Tompkins, Robert Peake, Bully, Devon, Matt Hardy, and Jeff Hardy. And then it's a link to one of the promos leading into Bound for Glory for the Hardys versus Team 3D. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, and so he was one of the ones I was helping show, highlights, clips, and whatnot. And so that's a
good video package. Always been very good at that. Yeah. Skilled at his craft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Because obviously it's a lot is different than when obviously he was here the first time around, but there's obviously still some same things there, but obviously a lot different management than was here before. Because obviously that
totally
we won't swipe it under the rug. It wasn't a great ending last time when him and his team kind of left, but hopefully. But time, it's TNA, man. Time heals everything in TNA, so you never know. So
it's like the the dad that went out for a pack of cigarettes and never came back.
But the key there is obviously, as he highlighted, like Eric Tompkins, who was part of that whole crew, but he's the one that stuck around and made sure to have that steady force in production this whole time.
Yeah. And Mayor in the chat saying, don't forget that there was a surprise person in the chat. He's talking about during the live reaction. Good old Uncle Mark showed up and said hello.
Oh,
love that.
Look out.
So yeah,
Good shit, man.
That was great to see him in the chat. I talked to him a little while ago, probably about a month or so ago, and caught up with him, and yeah, he's doing okay.
That's good.
So I told him, I said, we maybe not necessarily back on here, but I'll do something with him on Smash This podcast. I'll bring him in for something.
Smash.
And he's like, I gotta catch up on some wrestling first.
Yeah, been a hot minute.
Yeah. Kind of like the rest of our crew, that is kind of gone by the wayside. Like Kyle and Trent, they don't, they catch glimpses here and there, but they don't watch a lot of wrestling anymore. So it is what it is,
But that's why we're here with everyone that's watching the wrestling.
Yes.
Especially the TNA.
For sure.
Alicia, I think there was a ghost in your video. Part of your video went black.
No, so Stefan's desk is right next to mine, and his monitor keeps going on and off.
Oh, okay.
I noticed it before. I'm like, oh, that's tripping me out because it's like light, decently lit, and then it goes dark. I'm like, oh shit.
And I thought maybe one of your cats was like, in part of the camera or something.
Oh yeah, no, it's his monitor.
Okay. It's spooky time. All right.
Spooky.
But yeah, great to see Mark in the chat, and he's doing well. What do you want to talk about next as far as stuff from tonight?
Well, there is a little bit of news I want to talk about, J-Bone. First, I want to wish a happy birthday to one half of the Age of Warriors, Zaya Brookside.
Oh, yes.
Definitely want to make that mention. But this past week, post Bound for Glory, there was originally going to be the online ticket sales for the final loops of the year for TNA in Orlando at Full Sail and in El Paso to end the year. But they got pushed. And the reason they got pushed is to accommodate additional seating due to demand. So they will go on sale next week instead of this past week. But it was due to increase the size for these shows, which is great to see. It just shows, once again, the momentum, especially in that November one for El Paso. It'll be interesting to see what they can do down there. I believe by the end of the month, they're sending out some the representatives to start promoting, which they always do ahead of tapings. So once again, some more positive on the momentum and attendance numbers, which is great.
And it looks like, as far as promo wise, that they're on the promotional end of it, it's going to be Mike Santana, which is proper. He's the new champ, and it's going to be Nick Nemeth. So that's great to see. Good old Nick Nemeth.
You mean one half of the gauntlet holders?
Oh yeah. If you really want to, I thought you were going to say the Nemeth brothers.
Oh, please don't. Oh no.
J-Bo, just stop right there.
Now it's just going to echo in my head.
We didn't see Ryan tonight, so we got to fill in that void somehow. Alicia's like, no, we don't.
Not with that.
We also saw a promo, and it was the same promo that we saw for or during towards the end of Bound for Glory, I believe it was, and they showed a promo for Genesis. Now, nothing specific, but they said Dallas in January.
Yeah.
So, and Texas is going to chances to give TNA some love in the near future between the end of the year and
El Paso, Dallas. Yeah, they were very supportive this past year, so they're rewarding towns that showed TNA to love. To try to do more. When they played Genesis last year in Dallas at the Callum Center, I assume with a lot of these facilities, just like we already saw San Antonio twice, usually for rates and stuff like that, you do a multiple bookings, like you book multiple dates. So I would imagine, and once again, that was a big venue. They'll just set it up for more seats even this time in Dallas. So I expect it to be at the same place. I think it's still a little unknown on what the time frame is going to be. Like it would probably be if we're talking the current schedule that TNA does, it would probably be like around January 18th, a Sunday. However, with this new deal that will be definitely in place for 26, maybe by the end, maybe even before that, that could change things. So we'll see what happens, but I think that's one of the unknowns we're waiting for. One of the bombs to drop will be when that news comes out, because that's going to affect everything.
Well, as far as venues for 2026, I'm going to do a layup, and I'm going to throw something out into the universe, and hopefully it will come back. There is a new venue that is opening up downtown Milwaukee, and I've known about this for a while. There's supposed to be a couple of them opening up, and they're supposed to be basically smaller concert venues, because like the Fiserv Forum holds thousands and thousands of people. You know, it's the Milwaukee Bucks home. Mm-hmm. And it's nice for big time concerts and other stuff like that, or when the WWE comes to town, they can fill that place up basically. But it's nice to have smaller concert venues or arena sized, joints that can hold maybe half the amount or a third of the amount. Well, there is a new venue, and I think it could accommodate it. I'm not positive, but I think it can. It's called Landmark Credit Union Live, and it's in the says it's the famous Deer District that's downtown Milwaukee, and it holds 4,500 people. Indoor music venue. So, there's, balcony, there's a floor, there's a stage, and like the size kind of looks comparable to like, what's that? The Manhattan Center can hold a few thousand people or something like that. That kind of setup.
Yeah.
So I think it would be perfect, for trying to draw. You could bring TNA to like a Fiserv Forum or a smaller arena, but then you're dealing with, okay, now you're going to chop it in half. You can't even utilize it. No, fill up a smaller place and just make it look good. And this will be perfect for it. So, you got the stage, the entrance, you put seats around the ring on the floor, and then you got the, seats around the balcony and the backdrop. Be perfect. So there you go, TNA. If you're listening, come to Milwaukee.
It's been a while.
And come to the Landmark Credit Union live, brand new venue would be a great addition to 2026. Yes, Alicia.
They should come to the Wind Creek in Bethlehem.
Bring it full circle.
And bring it full circle. It's like, I don't want to drive far to go to a show anymore. I'm sorry.
I have a sneaking suspicion we will see a return next year. I'll say summer to our area. And I'm thinking maybe to a venue they've played before, but we'll see.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, just putting stuff out there.
Because I know I saw some people, as I said on Tuesday, at Bound for Glory, like Colorado, like they haven't played Colorado, like in I think like 2009. That's an area that I think
there you go.
is definitely looking to support a show.
Yeah,
I know. Hey, they went heavy in Chicago. Chicago's a very saturated market. However, I don't think they're going to go too much longer. I feel like Chicago, but that's my thing with Chicago though. There for you, Jay, is that they go Chicago, they're not going to do Milwaukee. That's the problem. Unless they do Chicago for a Big Four and follow up with maybe a live Impact in Milwaukee,
that'd be great.
Stay like in a relatively close area. So not an impossibility, but probably not a probability either if they do that. But I think definitely some of these other towns, because that's what they did this year. They hit a lot of markets that TNA has either not been to or not been to in like 10 plus years. And I think that's one of the things they're doing is dabbling in these new markets.
Yeah.
To look for just wrestling fan bases. TNA, but also just in general, professional wrestling fan bases that are being underutilized. So I think we could definitely see more of that. Yeah.
I see a comment about Chris Bay in the in the chat here, and that reminds me, I wanted to bring up a brief news point about Chris Bay. Number one, it was great to see him at Bound for Glory and him announcing the attendance record that was broken for a North American TNA attendance. Now, for those of you that saw on social media, I think it was right before the event, they handed out.
That's the other news, the All-Star.
Yeah, the All-Star. Carlos Silva likes to hand out All-Stars and recognize his crew, whether it's wrestling or behind the scenes stuff, production, whatever. And it's great that he does this. You know, it's wonderful. I think more places should honestly do stuff like this. You know, it's, you just, I don't know. It shows that, people always say that this locker room feels like a family. This is just another way to show it, but Chris Bay got the star this time around, right before Bound for Glory. And he made a quick speech, and he announced that he just got cleared from, or discharged, I should say, from physical therapy.
Very nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's huge. Now, what does that mean as far as wrestling? We don't know. I think he still has a long road ahead of him, but man, Chris Bay looks great. He really does.
Yeah, no, it's a great sign because honestly, what we said from the beginning, like you just want to get to the spot where you can live your life, like live a normal, productive life. Anything beyond that, icing. But him, he's not going to stop working. He's not going to keep. He's going to keep grinding.
He is fighting.
Greatest story ever told. He's going to keep doing it. If he can, he's going to do it. But I don't limit him by time frames. It's great that we're seeing him. Hopefully, that's the thing. We keep seeing him. And then, yeah, let's just continue to wish him luck, and hopefully he can get there. But I obviously just seeing him do well is great to see.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I also noticed something tonight, right before we went live, is that House of Glory has a lot of TNA roster members in their midst. Their tag team champions are the Hardys. Leon Slater's part of it. Who else is in there? Oh, it's Zilla Fatu. Santana's in there. I believe Indy Hartwell is their women's champion.
Pretty stacked.
So yeah, lot of stuff happening there.
And obviously, Amazing Red's major.
Right.
He's a major. He that is his promotion.
Right. Correct. And they are coming to Chicago in November. And they just announced that Tyler Breeze is going to be a part of that show. So yeah, Tyler Breeze is coming to the Windy City.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and then I was just quickly looking at their page and reminding myself who was all involved. And I was like, ooh, I might have to make a trip down to Chicago in November. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
There you go.
But yeah, especially if guys like Matt Cardona and possibly Killer Cross are going to be involved. Oof. That is tempting. That is tempting.
Smoke show or you're not going.
That's right. That's right. So, yeah. Oh, there's David Valentine with all that fake news. It's
fake wrestling news.
Stop that fake news. If there's real news to be talked about, we'll talk about it on here. I'm not going to bring up fake news. Yeah, see, look at that. It bores Alicia. See?
Oh, so I don't know why that would be quiet.
With your fake wrestling news.
All right. But yeah, there was some nice backstage segments. They also showed behind the scenes after the show, Santana with his daughter in the ring and the championship. They showed some of that. They had great interviews with, like we mentioned, EY, just goofy as hell. It was, this was unique. What they did with Leon Slater, they made it look like he beamed in from an alien ship.
They did the graphics.
Yeah.
How did he do that?
The purple, and all of a sudden, boom, he was there. It's like, holy crap. I loved it. Like, why can't they do that on stage? No, but
this has some shades of Wrestle House or some other stuff in there. Like they definitely added some comedy. And EY was going pretty comedy. Like he was crazy, but a little unhinged comedic.
He was. Yeah, the way he stuck his face in the camera. Yeah.
I was waiting for him to start pop up at different angles like a Looney Tunes cartoon. Start popping his head from up top.
Yeah.
Like drifting and then over
great.
here and then over here and then boom,
They also talked to the Hardys. So that was a nice interview. They also showed a lot of footage, which I have to admit, I did not watch the Hall of Fame ceremony yet, but they did show some highlights from it. So that was nice to see. And they talked
an interview with Mickey.
Yes, Mickey James. And
hey, Mickey.
Yeah, and talking about her hardcore journey, and just the way she reinvented herself in TNA, and she did that a few times, and it was so great to see. And it was
started as Alexis Lurie.
Yeah, and that was literally the first. She was on the first show.
Yeah,
and it was a nice reminder that her career goes way back to the early days of TNA. That was where she got her start, and then she grew over the years and got super talented and became the Hall of Famer she is today.
Yeah.
But I
Well
said this,
deserved.
it is, truly is. And it was great showing the footage of a very emotional Victoria, Lisa Marie, or Tara, wherever you're.
There you go. Get the TNA name right, J-Bone.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying she's been so many names to so many places. You forget what they called her where. She was all emotional. It was great to see her. I really feel like she's got to go in next. I really do. What do you guys think?
I think so.
She has a claim. What, 5-time champion? She has a claim.
She should also be in the other one too.
Not wrong.
Facts. Yeah, she should. If anyone deserves to be a double Hall of Famer, it's her. Yeah.
And based on visuals alone, man, she had one of the most devastating finishing moves I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was
the Widow's Peak.
Yes, yeah. And it was like a cutter, right?
A reverse cutter. Like she'd flip them over the back, and then that shit was nuts.
Yeah, and so much charisma, So I remember watching.
She was such a badass.
She was. I remember in my youth, I had a few walls of my bedroom covered in bikini clad ladies. She was one of them.
Well, because she was a fitness model prior to her run with WWE.
She was, as was Trish Stratus.
And we still see it today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was Ash by Elegance, right? I believe so.
I think so. And so then she shows up in wrestling years later, and it's like, oh, I know her. How do you know her? Oh, I don't know.
The same place J-Bo knows everybody.
Right. Oh man, but yeah, she was great. I remember plenty of times I was watching. What was that Sunday? Was it called Sunday Night Heat?
Sunday Night Heat.
And she was like one of the mainstays on there with Stevie Richards. They were quite the team back. I can't remember, but what year was that? It's got to be early 2000s.
Pre-Dr. Stevie.
It is pre. Post. What the hell was that group that Stevie ran?
BWO. Oh, Stevie ran?
Yeah.
He ran the BWO, the Blue World Order.
No, I mean the one where they wore the white shirts and they were proper and they tried to get rid of all things DX.
Oh, Right to Censor?
Thank you. Right to Censor, yeah. It's all post Right to Censor, yeah. So I love them on there. Good stuff. But yeah, great Hall of Fame. I'm gonna go back and watch it in its completion. But it was great to see Mickie James. Great to see Velvet Sky and
Angelina Love.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I couldn't remember her first name. I knew it was Love. But that's part of my brain, because I even said this during the live reaction. I'm like, man, when they came out, when that whole division started, it's like you got your favorites and you got the ones you boo. I hated the Beautiful People. They came out and it was like, I mean, I appreciate them now for what they are, but back then, I mean, it was like Triple H heat.
Yeah, well, they were heels.
Right. Yeah.
They never got heat from me.
The beautiful people are proof that women play good villains.
Yeah. Yeah, they came out and you're like, ooh, they're so attractive. But then they get in the ring and they say and do these things, and it's just like, oh, what a horrible human being. It's like
They brown paper bag you.
Yeah.
That too. They they did that to Tommy during
Tommy. He loved it.
By the way, I just gotta say, I watched the latest vlog that you and I were briefly talking about from Tessa Blanchard about her enhancements that she had done. And then she teasingly was going to show them off, but instead we got a quick clip of Tommy Dreamer half naked. I'm in therapy because of that now. Thank you, Tommy Dreamer.
Well, speaking of, Tessa dropped a new vlog today on backstage at Bound for Glory. So if you want some more,
I gotta watch that. Yeah,
you want some more Bound for Glory, like behind the scenes, for after this show and before Fade to Black next week. Definitely check out Tessa Blanchard's YouTube channel. After obviously finishing the TNI show.
Yeah, I don't know who all helps her with these, but she does a good job.
I met her YouTube guy.
Oh,
I know she's doing her thing, man.
Yeah,
she's thinking this through. So great to have her back.
Matthew Smith in the chat says Godfather left his women for the right to censor. He left all the hoes. And who else was in there? Oh, Val Venus. Yeah. He,
the former TNA Sean Morley.
Oh God, the guy done lost his mind. Yeah, he was in the TNA for a cup of coffee. So yeah, good stuff. Definitely go watch that pre-show, and I gotta catch up on the knockouts tag team match too. That was on the countdown. Excuse me, I always call it pre-show. But I noticed that they didn't show any knockout. I mean, they showed the Hall of Fame, but they didn't show any other knockout highlights from Bound for Glory, which was interesting. Is that just because Kalani won, or
that could be part of it? That could be part of it. Because one was on the YouTube, like the countdown show, so you're not really going to do that. Although, like I said, that's why if you felt you didn't get enough knockouts on tonight's show, check out Tessa's YouTube, because obviously she even has footage of the match with Gia.
There you go.
So yeah, definitely check that out. But you're right. That's it. I have a feeling you'll see more on the knockout side next week on Fade to Black. For sure.
Definitely.
So there's only so much you can fit still, just like any other program.
It's true.
They're hitting those major marks, because you're right. Like that was a defense. Like obviously the Hardys and Team 3D, they were the sales pitch for this show. Santana winning the belt. The Leon Slater stuff with Javon Evans and how that all kind of came about.
And some of the NXT highlights. Yeah.
So I think that's why you saw that focus tonight.
I wanted to ask Alicia, did you see clips from the Tessa Gia Miller? What's that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
What did you oh boy. What did you I wanted to see what your opinion was on Gia Miller's presentation, her entrance, her ring gear.
I loved it all. I thought it was good, but I'm going to reel it back a second, because I was about I feel like it was more along the lines of setting up something further with Gia beyond the Tessa thing.
Yeah.
If all right, so you both agree with me on that. I
It
know
could
the
be, yeah.
buildup was, Gia's a wrestler, but I feel like we're going to start seeing reflections of what she's doing in Pro Wrestling Revolver, which is managing a team of monsters.
Oh, it could be. It very well
I
could
don't
be.
know. I don't know.
Dark Gia.
Dark Gia. Well, I mean, look, she came out in the whole gimmick, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
she didn't just do like ring announcer Gia coming out to
Right.
wrestle my match.
she didn't come out in
She
her
did her
rhinestone
gimmick.
hat and cowboy boots.
Yeah. The first time I saw her wrestle, that's what she had. She had her rhinestone hat and cowboy boots. But then she
Right.
came up with this character in Revolver for the most part. And but that seems to be the character. If she is going to wrestle more in TNA, that is going to be what she does here. So it definitely seemed like a tease. But like I said, like I think just because of Tessa's accolades, I don't know if you could have had this match go any different than what we saw, because it's like Gia has trained, she's wrestled a bit on the indies, but
Versus
Tessa
Tessa
Blanchard is one of the
It speaks for
all-time
itself.
decorated wrestlers in company history.
Former world champion.
Former world champion, knockouts
Tessa
champion, third generation, like just everything.
Yeah.
All the generations. Like she's
Yeah.
everything about her screams big victory.
Yeah, you can't blame me though for wanting for her to have at least a moment. I felt like essentially it was like all that build up for a squash match.
Yeah, like that she did it. It's like she did good. She did good, but yeah, she didn't get her comeuppance from Gia. But maybe, like I said, there's
She's
more
gonna
to
get
it.
someone who does. Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
Could we? We might maybe see a new face, or who could she align with? Because she's already got Jody Threat in her corner.
She's got Jody in her corner.
Yeah, and so that, and as far as like
and Jody's look changed too. By the way, it's not. Yeah.
Because she came out in the gauntlet in that same thing, like just black, just like Gia.
Just black, yeah.
It was a little more dialed back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not so extreme punk rockish.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little more. I don't want to use the word conservative because it's not what it's just.
I think she's listening to the new 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, I think we're seeing some industrial goth shit going down here.
It could be. I mean, what she initially listens to and what they could be turning into. There's not many degrees of separation, honestly.
Listen, it's all one tree with different branches, okay?
It's all rock and roll.
I'm eclectic, so like I will listen to anything. And yeah. It's all relative.
Yeah, I'm the same way. There's 1 minute I could be listening to Bullet Boys, and then I'll turn on some Korn, and then I'll turn on some 1985 Herb Alpert with Janet Jackson singing. It's I love it all. It's crazy love for music. It's just different things cue certain things in your brain. Oh, I gotta listen to this. But yeah, it certainly does feel like a hint of something new for the future for Gia, what direction it's going to head in. We just got to wait and see, but it certainly does feel like a new chapter. We'll see, but I think we're all in the same thought pattern that we enjoyed it, just different. It's like, okay, but where's it going,
Yeah.
So what else? We talked about the Hardys.
The Hardys obviously putting over that match. Once again, that was what that was like the big crowd moment for sure, the most engagement. And obviously how they led off tonight's show with the the moment with Mike Santana and that extended interview with him, which like the payoff once again. I think, as we said on Monday, like ever since it didn't happen at Slammiversary, I thought that was the right call. I feel like the extra adversity and the build to get to this point through Trick, with the ultimate payoff being here, was the way to go, just to really establish Mike Santana as the guy. And I think they did that. Like I said, I think you would have had a nice moment, but 2 weeks later, what's that getting you? I think this has established it now. And once again, because I feel like we aren't going to be seeing them, just want to give even more kudos to the one and only Trick NA, Trick Williams, for a great run as the standard bearer to champion. And J-Bone, have you seen the picture? I think we should do a share screen of Rooney. I'll send you a link to it.
Okay.
Of the backstage picture with the roster.
Oh, yeah. It's great. Yeah. You're talking about the one from behind Santana. Yeah. In the locker room area. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll shoot you a link, but let's show that if people haven't seen that. Like, once again, I think this just shows why Trick, like I said, the guy feels like a TNA guy. Like, for a guy that wasn't on the roster to do that, it's just like, I got to give the guy kudos. There it is.
Yeah, I've seen it shared all over social media. It's a great picture. There is an element of mystery in the picture, and I'll
Not
bring
really.
it up as well,
but
because I saw someone ask a question about
people wanted
it,
to make it, but it's just protecting kayfabe.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. All right, I just sent you the first one I could find with it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
There it is.
There we
you got
go.
the packed house, all standing in front of Santana and his daughter. But, like, obviously, Trick right there, kind of the stand, like just giving it to the actual standard.
Yeah. AJ, her daughter's here next to him. Casey Navarro in the bright red shirt here in front. Eddie Edwards.
Yep.
It's a little hard to tell some of the other faces. The hands in front of the face here. That's Brian Myers. Now, this is what I'm talking about. The blurred face.
Well, it's delirious.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe it was supposed to be like the hometown man or something like that. Anyway,
well, that's a good guess as well.
Yeah. Oh, I see Kevin Martin back here.
There you go.
I see
Don't have to
Iceman.
hide his face. Well, the thing with the hometown man wouldn't be wearing a suit backstage.
Yeah, this is true. But yeah, I've never seen Delirious without his mask, so that's interesting. Okay. And then Angelina Love, and there's a couple others throughout here. Hard to tell who's who. But yeah, lots of love for Mike Santana. It was an amazing match. It was an amazing moment. We're also proud of him and happy he could have this moment finally. And and like you said, how this all culminated here it's how it as upset as we were at Slammiversary, for some of us.
Not me.
It's, and well, you had a great point of view about it, Bill, and that's why I'm going to you with this, is because you were like, well, just wait, because they're going to do more storytelling and they're going to build it up even bigger. And that's what they did. And
because
Trick,
like I said, go ahead. Yeah, because like I said, a lot of this is because of the faith I had in Trick at the time, and I think he just proved it. Like he just made that such a bigger deal to be defeated. And as we talked about, that 3-way match with Joe Hendry, like let's say Trick didn't even get pinned in that match. Are people thrilled with that result?
Yeah.
That Slammiversary? If Joe Henry took that pin, if Joe Hendry took the pin, I think they would have been thrilled that night, maybe the next day. But 2 weeks later, I think they complained about it.
Yeah.
So like I said, this was the storytelling that this needed. And now, as SWAC fans saying, Santana will elevate that title.
Oh yeah, and I think Trick honestly elevated the title.
I think he did
simply because he helped bring a whole new audience of fans.
Like when he was cutting promos on putting asses in the seats, selling tickets,
he wasn't
wrong. He wasn't wrong.
No,
well, he's not the only one. He's not the only one, but he's a factor.
As much as you want to scream, as much as you want to scream, oh, you suck. Oh man, the guy is
whoop that amazing. Trick. Whoop that Trick.
Yeah.
But now Santana.
Yeah. Santana is a different level of, you could call like an OG TNA, and TNA's been doing a great job of showing some of that old footage of where he came from with Ortiz and Conan back in the day, and how that came to fruition, and his path that he took. And yeah, of course, he went to AEW, and that was part of his journey too. But then getting injured and cleaning up his life and coming back to TNA. And I honestly think we got to say thank you, TNA, and everyone involved in part of that trust in Mike Santana. That's a huge factor here, considering where Mike came from. He said he came from rock bottom, and look where he is now. Not everyone is willing to put trust in a person like that when you hit rock bottom. So thank you, TNA, for putting trust in the journey and the road that Mike Santana took to get to this point. It was a job well done by everyone.
Definitely. Great job by everybody.
Yeah.
TNA.
Trick NA. Oh, sorry. Get the merch. Links in the description. But yeah, and the thing with Trick is we're going to be talking about that for eons to come. Is this part of this evolution in the brand of TNA throughout this whole partnership is going to be something, But yeah, so fun episode. It's also the reasons for having this episode is, they want people to watch the pay-per-view. So it's like free advertising.
Gotta
for
give
the
a little tease.
Yeah, a little taste. Plus. Little taste.
Yeah, well, no, definitely get the get the pay-per-view. Get the PLE.
Yes. Get that TNA Plus.
It's a really big shoe.
Yes. So, well, any final words, guys? I think we've stretched this out
as far as it can go.
Yeah.
It's the all-you-can-eat buffet of TNA wrestling.
Facts.
And we brought the big pants. So, but we are ready for some Fade to Black. We got the live. We're what a month away, for the live show at Full Sail. So who knows? Well, we'll see. I have a feeling we'll see some more stuff in the meantime. I think we might get an announcement in the meantime, but we'll see. It's going to be an interesting couple weeks coming up. So we'll get more of the fallout from Bound for Glory with the Fade to Black. But I have a feeling that will transition into something that we're unsure of what it will actually be for that following week. So I'm looking forward to it. Should be interesting times.
Agreed.
So this Saturday is what, Halloween Havoc for NXT?
Yes, featuring was it this weekend or the following weekend? But the Hardys at Dark State will have their rematch.
Oh gosh, you know what? I don't know. Hang on, let me look real quick.
But I do know they're having their rematch. October 25th.
Oh, okay.
In Arizona.
There we go.
Now, Alicia, will I see you October 25th? Because that's at 3:30, but I'll be at the 2300 Arena on Saturday night.
Yeah, me too, dude. BCW.
A little Battleground Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
Nice. Who's going to be at that one?
Oh, all your favorites, J-Bone. Well, I got to see because I saw Vampiro was pulled from a show the other day.
Oh, he has no. He shouldn't be wrestling.
But he was gonna be there. Like he was scheduled for it. I'm seeing if he still is. But Gangrel will be there. Too Cold Scorpio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Crowbar, the champ.
Oh,
big Crowbar fan.
Crowbar's a classy guy.
I'm seeing if any TNA.
Did you say he's the champ?
Yeah. He won the belt at Battleground last time.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Good for Crowbar, man. He's in good shape. I saw him, or I seen some clips here and there. Not just him drinking wine on his channel.
Fancy gentleman.
Yeah, he's classy.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. It's this company. There's something about it is that you don't hear a lot about it, but every time we go, it's almost a damn near sold out show.
Well, that's one that popped up during the pandemic, isn't it? Or just before the pandemic, and it.
About that time. It's kind of the spiritual successor to House of Hardcore.
Hardcore, right?
In that building.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, so like Lena Cross, who showed up briefly in TNA. What was that, Dory, when they were in Rhode Island? She'll be going for their women's title against Danny Moe. But then like a lot of like the hardcore guys like Nick Gage, Slack, Masada, Matt Tremont. So that's more up Alicia and I's alley. For sure.
That's
it's not even deathmatch because especially someone like Masada is actually a very versatile wrestler. So you know what I mean.
But then Legends Powers of Pain will be in action, J-Bone.
I love the Powers of Pain.
The Powers of Pain.
Yeah, like if I couldn't see the, Road Warriors anymore, then the Powers of Pain popped up and it was, and the Fuji dust.
The dust.
Short-lived iconic tag team.
So no, it should be a good show. I think I'm doing. Yeah, I think I'm doing it. I'm gonna be doing during this little break with TNA shows. A bunch of indie shows coming up. I'm gonna be doing my second show on the Battleship New Jersey this Saturday. A show on a battleship. And it literally is on a battleship, on the deck of a battleship.
Amazing.
I feel like, where's Lex Luger to go slam somebody? But I'll be doing that. That's a CZW show, Combat Zone.
Really? They are. They listen. Since they've come back, they have been in some very interesting locations. They did a show in a junkyard a couple years ago.
Yeah, they go very unique venues. So they got that this weekend. Then I'll be doing a show at. I think they're doing a show. The one that used to run the Hamburg Fieldhouse is doing one at Valley Forge Casino. The Friday night before the show at the 2300 Arena. So I'm going to be heading to that. It should be some good times coming up. So
nice.
Support your local independent wrestling as well.
There you go.
Which is always a good thing to do. And I know in November, at the aforementioned Revolver of Sami Callihan will be coming to Newark, New Jersey. I saw Steve Macklin, our international champion, was just announced for that show. Be looking forward to going up there. They're teaming with a Rival Wrestling, which is the former VXS, Violence and Suffering, that was out of like North Jersey.
Right. Where is this again?
The Heart Ballroom in Newark.
When?
The 21st, I believe. It's a Friday night show in November.
I would love to. I've been dying to see a pro wrestling or the Revolver show, but Fridays are so hard.
Yeah. That should be a good one. That as soon as that was out there, I always want to. I've gone out to Revolver before, so always want to support Sammy, and a bunch of TNA people are going to be on that show.
There you go. Yeah.
I think good BDE, who we just saw in the Gauntlet, will be on that show too.
Oh, okay. Cool.
He was just announced for a match. He does a lot of Revolver stuff. He beat AJ Francis for that belt there.
Oh, wow.
So maybe AJ will be coming, and we'll be doing the money.
There you go.
Jersey.
Well, if that kid gets better, and he's going to be showing back up in TNA again.
Yeah. So
nice. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this show this week. Thank you all for joining us. Make sure on your way out, you guys know what to do. Check out all the links in the description, included in it merch. Get some merch, some Trick-N-A. We still love them. Some TNI merch. Go get some of that. And make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of our content hits your screen. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.